Hello my wonderful engineers, and now we are on our sequence. So what is the sequence in the simplest possible term? Well, sequence is something that you can arrange, and that is called a sequence. Like you can arrange the books in a particular order from the shortest book in the number of pages term to the longest book in the highest number of pages term. That is a sequence itself. You have to sequence it, you have to arrange it. That is what it actually means. So let's see that what are the types of the sequences. Here, as we have already saw, string, list and tuples. These are the three sequences that we are going to study here. And ta-da, here we are, strings. Well, we have already discussed the strings. It's the series of the alphabets that gives us the names, and that is what actually the meaning of the string is. So we have gone through the strings. Here are our strings. So in the simplest form, the strings are just the alphabet, and this is how you write a string. Well, we have used the hello world previous time. I used my nickname here. Okay, so we have studied the string. Now the next one is list. What is list? Well, as you can see, it seems very much similar to what the set is, except these brackets. These brackets are showing us that what is the series, what it is doing in series, what is the item packed meaning is. Well, it uses index. That is the difference. That is the key difference. Rest you can assume it as there is not much difference between the list and the set. The list, when we say something is listed or list, you make a list. So you have the ingredients line by line. Like for example, if you are making a cup of tea and you are preparing the things, you prepare the 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of tea, whichever flavor you like, or a few of the spices, that things, okay, whatever. So you made it in a sequence, you are putting it in a sequence. You will not going to do put the sugar spoon in your bowl and just start boiling it over your stove. We are not going to do that. We are just going to put the water first. We are going to put after that milk, and then when it gets a little bit heated, we are going to put the tea, and then we are going to put some sugar after that and just boil it for a few minutes maybe, and then put any spices that you would like coriander or something like that, whichever you like. Just put that, and then just your tea is ready. Just filter it out, and that's your delicious tea. That's the way I make my tea. Yes, I make a good tea. Okay, so this means that items are packed in a sequence manner. Means we can use indexing here. I can ask that what term is there on the 0th place. On the 0th place, in this list we are having the number 1. In the first place we are having the number 2. In the second place we are having the number 3. So with that, I also taught you that actually what we have is not just the thing that is there. Well, what I meant with this confusing thing, I do not meant with the confusing you. Okay, so what we are having is 1, 2, 3 in our list, but actually this is the 0th place, this is the first place, and this is the second place. So I am telling you about the location of the memory. The memory starts with the 0. Now this is important. This gets important in understanding the thing. Okay, I hope you already know about the list more than enough now. So let's remove these all the things, and now we are now at tuples. Well, tuples are one of my favorite, you can say, because this gives us the ability to secure, to safeguard our things. Well, what kind of thing I am talking about here? They are immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? Well, immutable word is very important. Why, you might ask? Because this cannot be changed. Like if I wrote something, you are not going to change that without entering into the program or changing places. You cannot change that. This is the meaning of immutable sequence. You cannot change it. So I'm just writing 1, 2 and 3, and I'm using the small brackets to show that these are my tuples. Like if I write A, B, C or any name, or just 1, 2, 3 as in our example, this is the tuple. Well, you might be thinking that what is the benefit of using the set, the string, the list, the tuples? Well, for us, we can write all the things at the very same place, and we as a human can decode the things very easily. But always remember, we are trying to talk with a machine, and machine do not know our language. It do not follow our logic. It knows binary. So we need to give it something in the form of binary, and that binary comes from the compiler, which translates the higher level language into lower level language. So that is done by compiler. In our case, we are using Python, so it is done by interpreter. So our interpreter actually had to translate all these things for our machine, for our computer. So for our computer, when we need this kind of translation, we actually have to build something. What we need to build? We need to build a systematic ordered logic, a systematic ordered logic that we can follow. Well, I made the entire computer. Don't you think it's good? Okay, so we need a systematic format so that we can tell our machine what we meant with. You have to teach, you have to treat it like a little child of hardly few months, and you are teaching that kid. If you are having a pet in your home, or if you have seen the pets, you definitely have noticed you have to teach them. You have to teach them every single thing. Most of the time, even they are very intelligent than the machine itself, but just treat it like that. Machine is your very innocent baby, which you have to feed, which you have to tell every single thing, and on the very same way it will going to respond in the very same manner, because our baby is having very high memory capacity and execution capacity, but it cannot do anything on its own. That's important. Even you make artificial intelligence, it can work on the base of the data that we already have, but it cannot have emotions, at least this till this time. Okay, so this is why we need these things. I hope you have got the clear idea of that, and now we are going to study more deeper things in the Python, and now the things are going to get serious, from the joking mode to some serious mode, but we are going to have fun with that also. So till that time, take care, God bless, see ya, and stay curious.